They never knew because you never told them. They never knew because they were never told. They never learned. A lot of us, we will burn bridges in our life because we assume certain things. We think that somebody should already know. We think, oh, they should know how to treat us. They should know how to comfort us. They should know what to do in certain situations, but they don't. And that's the reality of it. And we burn bridges with people because we think that they should know. But they don't know because you never told them. They don't know because they never learned it growing up. And we blame people for it. We fault people for it. And it burns a lot of bridges within our life. So you have to ask yourself, does this person know? Did I tell them, or am I assuming that they know? Because we're like, they should know. Something that you're like, oh, it shouldn't have to be said. They should just know what I like. They should know how to comfort me in certain situations. When things are going wrong in my life, they should just be there for me. They should show up for me. But they don't know the way that you like to be comforted because you never told them. And you're like, but if it was my person, they would know. They would know, but they were never told. They never learned how to comfort certain people, and you're blaming them for that. So you have to ask yourself, does this person know? Did I tell this person? Am I faulting them? Am I blaming them for it? Because a lot of us, we do that. We think, they should know. They should know that I'm upset. So why haven't they come and talked to me about it? Why haven't they tried to make amends with me? But they don't know because you never told them. Because at the end of the day, everything is your responsibility. The way that you react to things, the way that you react to how people treat you, the way that you react to the uncontrollable things in your life. You can't control what another person thinks or what another person knows. But if you put all the cards on the table, you tell them, hey, I don't know if you're upset with me, but I wanted to check with you. Hey, I'm upset. This is what made me upset. But you're like, I'm upset. They should know I'm upset. So why haven't they came to apologize to me? But they didn't know because you never said anything. So you have to understand that you do play a part in it. You have to tell the person, hey, I'm upset. What you did, it wasn't cool. This is how I would like you to approach it next time. Or you explain the way you're feeling so they can understand. Because a lot of us, that's what we do. We assume, they should know. Oh, they know. They don't know. And then you're blaming them. And there's so much miscommunication because you never said anything. Because one thing that I learned is that you have to do everything that you can. You can't control another person. You can only control yourself. If you have problems in your life, ask yourself, does this person know the full story? Do they know my perspective? Or is there some information gaps in it? Because a person can't solve a problem that they don't know exists. A person can't come and comfort you if they don't know that you're feeling upset. A lot of us, that's what we'll say. Oh, but they should have known. Okay? But they don't. At the end of the day, they don't. And if you still want this person in your life, you gotta tell them. You gotta get through it, and you have to understand that they didn't know. It wasn't any malicious intent, or it's not that they don't love me, but they just didn't know. They didn't know, so how would they be there for me? They didn't know because you didn't tell them. Stop blaming people for things they didn't know were wrong. Stop blaming things on people because they didn't know how to comfort you. They didn't know how to be there for you. We expect and we assume, hey, you should have known, or I expected you to know, but they didn't. So you have to play your part. You have to play your role in telling them. You need to tell people. You have to communicate everything. Because people aren't able to understand you. They're not able to understand situations if there's no communication. Because the first step is communication. But the most important thing is understanding. They go hand in hand. If you don't tell somebody, how can they understand? The person will not be able to help you with your problems if they do not know what the problem is. If they do not know you're going through problems, you're upset at them, you tell them. Swallow your pride, swallow your ego, because you are burning so many bridges in your life that shouldn't be burned. You're letting your ego come between you and your loved ones. They didn't know because you didn't tell them.